In this installment, we'll be going over the final game in the regular season for the NBA. 11-game slate, jam-packed. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Sunday night slate showdown for NBA, the regular season finale. 11 games, jam-packed. This is it. We're going to get a lot of crazy news, so you really have to pay attention. This is 100%. You really have to pay attention for this particular day for news, okay? A lot of teams are just preparing for the playing game for playoffs, period. They're going to be sitting guys right before tip-off, all right? So you really have to focus in on Twitter. Wherever you get your source of information, definitely lock in, okay? And there will be adjustments. So for what I got right now, these are going to be the guys we're going to be focusing on. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and also on TikTok at Chef_D91, all right? That'll be down below, okay? I'll post that in those details down below. Now, before we deep dive into this very, very crucial slate we got for NBA, I released the UFC 273 best bets video yesterday. I hope you guys tuned in, man. I hope you guys tuned in. I've been doing UFC since a year ago. I've been really locked in on UFC, and we did very well, okay? We had Alexei Oleinik. I knew this one. I only got 4 wrong out of the whole entire card. It could have been only 2 wrong, but I was just like feeling a certain type of way. But I only got 4 wrong out of like 12 fights, so we really did well. Alexei Oleinik got his 60th win. That underdog cashed very easily. Jared Vanderaa is just a fat piece of crap, so that was pretty obvious. We had our top plays in the prelims. Well, these were my 2 favorite guys, 100%. You could have put $100 on this and just doubled your money very easily. Julio Arce is a veteran going up against a no-namer, and Anthony Fluffy Hernandez was going against someone that was his first time in the UFC. So both of those bouts were against people either late fill-ins or just someone that was their first time in the UFC and going up against veterans. It was very clear, so that was easy. In the main card, my best pair with the value, because with the main card, there's a lot of guys with high favorites, like minus 500, minus 700. You have to find a value. So the best 2 were Mark Madsen at underdog price and Mackenzie Dern, pretty much almost even right there. Both of them paired together was plus 287. That was a great turnout. And then I had, look at this, plus 929. We got Fluffy Hernandez, Ian Gary, Mark Madsen, Mackenzie Dern, Khamzat Chimaev, all that came together. Plus 929 on that as well. So hope you guys tuned in. Hope you guys did not miss out. And now we're going to get into this NBA final day, all right, for Sunday. Let's start off at the point guard position. I'm going to give you all my regular plays, and in the value section, it's just going to be a ton of guys, and I'm going to be telling you all the ins and outs, all right, for some of these teams that I just went over, all right? So you already can see when I'm at the page, you see all these out. You have to pay attention to that and adjust accordingly, all right? So first, at the point guard position, we're going to be looking at Reggie Jackson for the Los Angeles Clippers at 6,400. The reason why we're looking at Reggie Jackson, because there will be no Marcus Morris, there will be no Norman Powell, and there will no be Paul George. So those 3 guys, this leans on to Reggie Jackson as the number 1 operator of this offense, yet again, like he was doing for the majority of this season. And now you're getting him at a cheaper price at 6,400. So when he was playing at a very high level without Paul George, he was almost 9K, all right? You see 8,800, 8,700. He was around that age. So you're getting $2,000 plus discount. And he gets the opportunity to run the offense here in the final game of the season, going up against the OKC Thunder, who are just running a bunch of G League players. So Reggie Jackson at 6,400 is way too cheap. I love the opportunity. Let's move on to the shooting guard position. Next, we have Emmanuel Quickley, okay? They're pretty much using him as the next year's point guard. Hopefully they just adjust that, move quickly to the starting lineup, get rid of, you don't need to have Alec Burks as your point guard. He's not really a point guard. Bring Obi Toppin back into the starting lineup there, since I don't know what you're going to do with Julius Randle. He does not want to be there. You got a little young nucleus right there. And Emmanuel quickly with RJ Barrett out and no Julius Randle. Obviously, he has been taking over, okay? A poor performance against Brooklyn. That was because of his shooting woes. But other than that, he's been pretty solid. 52 fantasy points for someone below 7K is an absolute steal. He did that against Washington, 23, 10, and 6. 57 fantasy points against Orlando. He had a triple-double in that game. And then 40.7 against Cleveland, 17, 7, and 7. Almost another triple-double in that game. So he's getting a big opportunity here. Last home game as well. Definitely want to go out with a bang. And he has that type of shooting power, and he get really, really hot from that three-point range, draining those threes. He did very well against Washington and against Cleveland and knocking down those threes. So we can expect a big game from Emmanuel quickly, all right? Next, at the small forward powers position will be Talen Horton-Tucker. We already know the Lakers will be sitting their main three guys. No Westbrook, no AD, no LeBron James, and it's pretty much Talen Horton-Tucker who's just running this offense, all right? He can create off the dribble. He can create for others. He can definitely score. He's getting an opportunity here in those two games with those big three out. He had 28 field goal attempts and 16 field goal attempts. Poor shooting in that OKC Thunder game. We expect a little bit more than that, but he still came through. 37 fantasy points at the price of $3,800. He gets bumped up to $5,200. I'm expecting around 37 to 40, maybe, definitely, probably even more. Going up against a team against Denver, we'll get to them later. They'll be sitting a lot of guys as well. All right, so Horton-Tucker is going to be our small forward for Sunday. He has a lot of opportunity between him, Austin Reeves, and Malik Monk. I told you those three guys were going to be the key cogs in the LA Lakers. Definitely watch those. Those are going to be filled in the value plays as well, okay? Next, we're going to go to our power forward position. And this dude has come out of nowhere. I don't know what the Thunder are doing, even though they're like super tanking. Why are you not playing Theo Maledon and Alexei Pokusevski, all right? Why are you not playing those guys? That's really pissing me off right now. We could have really taken advantage of that whole group. They still have Isaiah Roby, who you should look at as well, at the same price as Jalen Horde. But Jalen Horde is some amazing rebounder. He's come out of nowhere. 47 minutes against the Lakers, 27 and 17 with 4 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. Absolutely insane. 39 fantasy points against Utah. Against Portland, he had a 20 rebound game here, 24 and 21. Outstanding. 3 steals, 3 assists. And then against Detroit, another 20 rebound game. You got to take advantage of this, all right? 11 points, 20 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. He is stuffing the stat sheet, grabbing boards. This man is a little bit of a talent. I think they got something in him here. So I love Jalen Horde as our power forward. And let's move on to our center position. He qualifies for center in DraftKings, but not for Fanduel. Obi Toppin. We're going to finish our little point guard to center ratio right here with Obi Toppin, who's been playing very well in the absence of Julius Randle. We started playing him against Cleveland, and then he gradually is slowly going up. Really exploding against Washington with 47 fantasy points, 35 real, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. Really putting a nice game together. So you should definitely build your lineups around Obi Toppin and probably Emmanuel quickly and go from there. These guys are, they're playing their young kids. They're going to be scrappy, and they're putting up stats, okay? Definitely love what I'm seeing out of these two, especially Obi Toppin. They got something in him so they can start him next year, all right? So Obi Toppin is going to be our center. And let's go over to our value plays on FanDuel, all right? Before I give you the breakdown on each and every single play, we have some news, all right? We got the Bulls. For the Bulls, these are the guys that are going to be out. No DeMar DeRozan. No Kobe White, no Zach LaVine, no Nikola Vucevic. All right, so you guys want to pay attention to this. Use rotowire.com basketball NBA lineups. Okay, you see all the ins and outs, and it's pretty up to date. Just keep refreshing. Okay. On Denver, we have game time decisions on Will Barton, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. And those three are going to be game time decisions. For the Spurs, all right, for the Spurs, we have game time decisions on DeJounte Murray, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl. You have to watch these lineups. It's going to come pretty late. Wait right before that 7 o'clock locks, right about 6:50, and see if you see any updated news on any of these teams, okay? As you can see, I showed you what the Clippers are going through. Portland is having their front court down, who's probably game time decisions. Ellaby, Greg Brown, Drew Eubanks. Eubanks was really a very good player down the stretch. And if he is sitting, there's going to be minutes allocated to someone else, all right? You got to pay attention to this. So some of the key guys we are going to be watching will be Ben McLemore at 4,400. He, obviously, if those guys are going to be out for the Portland Trailblazers, he's been very consistent knocking down the three ball. I think he's going to get a little bit more of a shot opportunity with those three guys out. He's been playing minutes 30, 22, 27, and 25 in the last 4 games. Mainly a scorer, mainly a three-point shooter. If he could chip in with some steals and a couple assists here and there, that would definitely benefit. Patrick Williams at 4,600. So with Chicago, with all those guys out, we're going to key in on a few. Well, I got 3 guys for you for Chicago. Patrick Williams is one of them. He is 4,600 on Fanduel. And if you're looking at his price on DraftKings, we got Patrick Williams at, it's going to come through, at 4,100. So your saving salary here, he obviously been getting minutes 26, 32, 30, and 37 in the last 5 games. Now with that, yes, the minutes are there, but the usage will be a bigger boost, okay? With those guys out for the Bulls, we're going to see more shot attempts. We're going to see more assists, rebounds, points. We're going to see all that. All that's going to go up, so I really like Patrick Williams there. Ayu Dosunmu is going to be the point guard still for the Chicago Bulls. He's at 3,900 on DraftKings. If you're looking at him on FanDuel, Dosunmu will be the same price, 3,900. So he gets a boost with those guys out. So we like his price at 3,900. And the last guy for the Bulls that you should be watching for, he was a starter with Washington. We're going to be looking at Troy Brown. Okay, Troy Brown is going to be the next guy here for the Chicago Bulls. Can knock down the three-point ball. I think he's going to get a boost in usage here. He had some minutes against Charlotte, was able to take advantage of it. 19 minutes and 25 fantasy points. Really did what he could in that limited time. 6 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. Very, very active. So a lot of value plays, especially at 3,300 on DraftKings. And Brown, if you're looking at him on FanDuel, he should be around the same price there, or just a little bit more. Troy Brown is 3,500, so just $200 more there. All right, and then next will be Minnesota. Minnesota has some questionable guys with Patrick Beverley and D'Angelo Russell. You got to watch our news on D'Angelo Russell. If Russell is out, then we can go to Malik Beasley at 4,300. He is a little firecracker there. Can definitely score at will. Similar to Emmanuel Quickly, score first mentality. Definitely can put the ball in the basket. Malik Beasley is only $100 more on DraftKings. And he will definitely take advantage of that spot. With no Russell and no Karl Anthony Towns, they're going to need some scorers. Malik Beasley is going to be one of them. And then there's someone I'm talking about right now, which is the lock of the night we got going. With the two, hopefully, well, probably the 2 big stars being out, especially Cat. Everything is going to be leaned on Anthony Edwards as the star. This is the lock for Sunday. He came through against the Spurs. Outstanding performance. 49 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal. And then against Houston, another big game. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block with 2 steals. So really stuffing the stat sheet with usage elevated in his direction. I definitely expect Anthony Edwards to finish this year very, very strong. He's going to be the lock of the night for Sunday. Okay, those are going to be the plays at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, value play, and lock of the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out.